Moving further, in India, as already we have seen that there is a small entity. Now, what are the other three, what we can say, the categories which are considered in the when you are considering the filing of a patent, and what are that three categories are there? So, first category is a natural person, or it will be a startup, which is recently included again. Now, what is the difference that when we are seeing that there are three categories, what is the reason behind that thing? If you see the fee structure is different for these three categories. So, natural person and or startup is considered as a one category. Small entity, right, that small entity is considered as a second category. So, if that small entity, that is a micro, small, medium enterprises. Okay. So, MSME, if that MSME decides on filing the patent, they have a separate fee structure, right. So, this is a second category, and the third category is others. So, those who are not natural persons, those who are not coming under the category of startups, those who are not coming under the category of small entity, all this will be considered as others, right. So, these are the three main categories in the what we can say when we consider patent filing in India. Now, any proof is required that if you are a small entity, what proof is required? MSME registration, that whatever the certificate is there, obviously that certificate is mandatory, and that you have to give when you are filing the patent under small entity category. What about startup? Same thing. If you want to file a patent under startup category, you have to show the certificate that you are enrolled under startup. So, when we consider this specific categories, for natural person, obviously you will not require anything to give, that obviously that there is no any specific what we can say the certificates and all that thing. But when you are claiming it is under small entity, when you are claiming it is under a startup category, then you have to give the relevant certificate supporting the application. Okay. So, these are the three categories. Now, what is the condition in USA? We will just compare how in India we are seeing that three categories are there. What are the categories in USA? In USA, if you file a patent, there are three categories again. So, there is a small entity, that is a one category, then micro entity, that is another category, and then the remaining, that is a normal, whatever others we are considering here, that category. So, these three categories are there in USA, and they have given a clear guidelines that okay, who comes under micro entity, who comes under small entity, and you have to give the financial proof accordingly when it should be considered under a micro entity. Because when you see the fee difference, you can observe that the fee difference is a major fee difference you can observe in these three categories, right. Obviously in India also and USA also, if you see.